Oh, I'm back, chat. How you doing? Fastest 5 minutes of your life, I'm sure. I had an idea. I had a really, really good idea. I'm gonna show you all something fun. So I know a lot of you all know me from. I know a lot of you know me from Blueprints, and I have a history of playing puzzle games. So I want to show you all a puzzle game. It might take a minute to install because I had it on my old computer. We're gonna do something fun after Blueprints, and I want y'all to be there for it because I think it's going to be so much more fun as a community experience. Um, Having played a lot of puzzle games, you sort of get a feel for the ones that people don't really know a lot about, have little cult followings. And one of the games that we played previously, which was a lot of fun, was called Lingo. Lingo is a very silly game. Lingo is a game where it gives you headaches. It's like it booted immediately. So I just downloaded it in the time it took me to make the little spiel. So let me just get it set up for you. We want Lingo, and we want Lingo. Okay. And then we click this one. This is Lingo. Isn't it fun? I have a couple of saves. Let's start a new one so you can get the feel. So we've played through Lingo, but I really want to give you an idea about what Lingo is going to be. Not supported. Oh dear. Because we're going to be playing Lingo 2 as a group, as a team. First of all, I have to change the graphics because they are a little bit not great. There you go, Lingo textures. Let's go with that. This'll hurt your eyes a little bit less. But so that, yeah, sometimes you just got to name something, you know. Okay, let's load. It didn't save. Absolutely fantastic. Okay, so this is a game with silly rules, but we're going to figure it out, and I'm going to show you what the game is, and you're going to get a bit of a feel for it. And I want us to play Lingo 2 as a group, okay? So this is Lingo 1, I can't adjust my sensitivity because it's just up to the bajonkers. It's also at 30 FPS, which is really chunky to me. Okay. So this is Lingo. It's kind of like a Minecraft world. There are puzzles around the place. For example, this one says right. So we walk up to it and we can interact with it with left click. Or right click, sorry. And then we can write. And it gives us a nice little beep because we did it correctly. Same. Huzzah! First one, hi. The door opened, chat. So this is kind of the way it works. Type this. I see. Fascinating. Isn't this lovely? Hidden. Interesting. Fascinating. Look, there's a new room here. There's more ways to go. Now, this is a fun one. This is where the game starts to light up. What is hi? I can't write hi. That doesn't work. But I can write hi. And it works. What about this one? It's low. Okay. That kind of makes sense, right? It's low, it's high. Suspicious. Suspicious. There's also this little thing, which is a side passage, which leads us back to the same room again. Except, if you counted the corners, there were not enough corners. Did you just write low, or is it a hint? I tried to write low. It didn't do anything. This one doesn't have an input. It's just a site. So there's no There's no boxes under it. This is a middle. I think that just unlocks something later. Yeah, that unlocks something later. Don't worry about that one. There's also 214, which is an interesting number. Yeah. Do we have a feel for this sort of a puzzle game? Do we know what we're doing? What about this, alright? If we go this way, which says forwards, this one says between. And then we have a couple of passageways this way. And if we walk down the one with the question mark, we end up back where we were, of course. And if we walk down the one over here, we end up somewhere new. Except if we go this way, then we end up back at the beginning, of course. Because it's non-Euclidean. Exactly. It's very nonsense. It's very nonsense. It goes around and around and around. I don't know what the question mark ever means. I don't know if we ever figured that one out. With this texture pack, it looks a bit silly. It did look better when it was clean. We can see there's like a between and a forward. And then there's a backwards around here somewhere. Yeah. And you might be like, okay, that's nice and all, but what does that mean? Well, if we go back here, you see that we now have 211 puzzles remaining in the game. Until we reach whatever's through here. And when we do that, this ceases to be a little loopy thing. And instead it takes us somewhere else. So are we beginning to sort of get a feel for it? Then, of course, you can go down this way. And you reach this, where it says slaughter. I love this. Yeah, it's pretty good. Like, I hate it, but I love it. So what do you think, chat? What's your answer for slaughter? As you might have guessed, the main aim of the game is to figure out what the rules of the game are. So do you have any clue what slaughter could be? I was stuck on this one for a while, and we gave up and we left, and that I could not find this door again for about 40 hours. Weapon. Let's try weapon. Nope. Not weapon. Laughter. Interesting choice. Correct. Nice guess. That opened a new door, which opens a new area. Oh. Temple. Solos. Good job, Bad Wolf, by the way. That's pretty sick. Race car. Level. Well, looks like Solos works for that one. Looks like race car works for that one. And as we do, you see things are changing out the front, right? Maybe? What about this one? Level. It's correct. Race car? It's also correct. Solos. Also correct. But we don't really learn anything here, do we? We don't learn anything. We don't unlock anything. We've got some floating blocks. Who's to say? This room is a mystery to us, and will remain a mystery for quite some time. Because we don't get taught the rules of anything we just did there for a long time. Let's continue down this way, because this should lead us to the white area. Down here. Yes. Order. This is the first real puzzle. Why is it the same word? Those words are the same forwards and backwards. Good observations. Good observations. So why is it the same word? I just typed in what was on the box and it worked. Yeah, what about this one? It's order, and there are 5 letters. Keep in mind, chat, I know the answer, so yell whatever you like, all right? Be as interactive as you want. Order? We'll try order. Incorrect. Chaos. Ooh. Nice. Good guess. Very nice. Why do you think it was chaos? Oh, a door opened. Isn't that fun? Let's continue on a little bit. Ooh. Ooh, yellow. Ooh. Words and sword. How fascinating. It's just the theme mode opposites. Oh, a black box. Yes, yes, yes. We had a black box. Oh, that's a bit of an odd one. Let's not go there. We had a black box, and it was the opposite. The other boxes were white. We had to write the same. Excellent observations. Excellent observations. Correct. Black boxes seem to negate opposites in some way. Okay. Ah, fascinating, fascinating. So what about these two? How do you think about these? They are yellow blocks. They say words and they say sword. What does yellow do? Ooh, I don't know. Could be anything. I'm really hoping we get to the end of yellow today in the next like 10 minutes or so, because that would make me very happy. I guess words for sword and sword for words. Played this one before. Good guesses. Very good guesses. Rewriting with the same letters. Yeah, okay, okay. That's cool. Called like an anagram. So maybe yellow means anagram. We're sort of learning a little bit here, chat. Notice there's some weird colors on the roof, right? Maybe that's indicating future puzzles. We don't know. Don't know. That has opened up quite a lot, actually. How do I want to take you through this? This way. We've got the one tile gap. We've got this one. And we've got the weird black door in the middle of nowhere. Or we go into the strange room with a dot in it. Or we could keep going with the yellow roof. Or another red door. What do you think? All sorts of options. Personally, I'm fan of this one. Well, if this isn't Hypersaurize. Color is in the order of the changes in the word. Really? Yes. Oh, you're so right. Now that's fun. I never noticed that. Oh. So red means drop a letter. Yeah, yeah, good observation, good observation. Okay, if we can go back to the red one, that's over here, right? Yes. Decay. In 3. Decay in 3, chat. Day. Nice. Good guess. Good guess. Good guess. Good guess. Excellent. Excellent. And wouldn't you believe that takes us back to this room again, which I wanted to come back to because there's these boxes on the right, they're all white. These boxes on the left, they're black. Do you get it? Do we understand? Do you have a clue of what a black block might mean? Previously, we've had order and chaos. Come on, chat. I know you can do it. I know you can do it. I believe in you. Or a word within a word. Yeah. Sorry, my overlay doesn't work on this game, so I am going to be a little bit slower in reacting to chat. I'm hoping for Lingo 2 that gets fixed. When you reverse them, you still have level. Ah, good point. If we reverse the letters, we still have level. But that doesn't really explain the order chaos that we had, right? Because we had order and chaos in another room. So we might be missing something, chat. We might be missing something. But we'll come back to it. We don't need to know that yet. why don't we go this way with the yellow roof? Yellow roof is a bit of a silly place because all these hallways look the same. You can imagine without the texture back, they'd look even worse. And when we get to the end of it, we're just kind of over here again. And if we walk through it again, we're just like back here again, where we were again. So that's not super helpful. There's also this one, right? Where we have this like one, and there's some colors on the roof, which is nice and all. But the main thing is that this doesn't do anything. No? It's meant to be a teleporter. I don't remember how we teleport. Oh. Okay. Well, I can't get the teleporter to work, so I guess we're just not going to do that. Never mind. Can't show that one off. Let's go cross. Yeah, okay. Lost and lost. Slot? I don't think it likes that one. I think it wants that one over here. Lots. Very nice. Good job, chat. The door has opened. This is actually halfway down the yellow corridor, which, spoilers, if we go that way, we just start looping. But now we're at the other end of it. There's the Black Temple. Ah. A shape. Which leads us to, welcome back. To the start of the game. Or as I like to call it, the crossroads. However, it's changed a little bit. Now we have some stairs. And we have this other side passage. With an owl in it. And some other things going on. How do we go in here? Can't spell. There we go. Ah, the White Temple. The White Temple. So, I'll just sit here. Any guesses? Mine? Okay. Yep. Yeah. Nope. These ones are easy, chat. You just type the word again, and it works every time, right? Easy. We've got a bear up there. But not a naught? Ah, curious. What's got you? That's like a female sheep. Then there's right. 2 and 2 on the roof is a little bit odd, don't you think? Then there's dessert. Dessert and dessert. So and so. Mobile and mobile. Do you want to take a stab at any of these? This is, for reference, the point where I start hating the game. Just write the same word? Okay. Doesn't like that one. No. Nope. This one's only 3 letters. Doesn't like it at all. Not. Teacher, can I go to the restroom? Alright. Maybe the sound. Good guess, good guess. It is the sound. For some reason, the high blocks seem to indicate sound. There's a bit of orientation of the lock. Kinda. Sometimes. Sometimes it does, and sometimes it doesn't. In this case, I kind of disagree with it, right? Because I say so and so. And they're different to me. Different in my mind. Different in my head. Kinda works. As we go on with the game, we'll discover more and more things that you really have to speak American in order to understand, which can be a little bit tricky. But not bad, not bad, not bad. And if we go around the front, we've done it. The Seeker. The Seeker. And we've done the White Temple. Yeah, so this is the game, chat. This is the video game. We just go places and solve puzzles. And sometimes the puzzles give us access to new and interesting zones, like this one, where we can go round and around and around and around and around and around and around, or we can go backwards. Or we can walk through an invisible wall full of lies. And then we just go round and around and around and around and around. Which is a bit silly. There's also this owl, which if we jump at, we end up in a completely different area. With an orange door. And here we have reeds plus rust. Happy Norris's tea break. An orange block now. Hi, Nora. Welcome in. Thank you for the tea break. I should have a stretch. So, as I mentioned, chat, I have played this game before, and we've unlocked pretty much the whole thing. There's some post-game puzzles that I haven't done. I didn't do level 2, and there's a whole bunch of community levels for this, where there's new rules, new reasons, new stuff going on. Which one's fun? Crossroads is not fun. Strays. Purple Strays. Do I remember that one? I don't know if I remember Purple. Purple's not reverse. No. No, it's 4 letters. Less or is it more? I don't remember what purple is. We have to find where purple is and we can learn that. We've got a clock. Clock fun. Oh, it's an out, not an in, I forget. Here we go. We have another white temple. What about this one? We have rat. Rat is tar. Yeah. And that takes us to smiley face. Or the seeker. Oh, so we're you know that one that recursive loop that we had in the dead end? It's now opened up to be another path. Yep. This one's fun though. Got yellows and blues. Tar, good guess, good guess. Sorry, I missed that. So the reason I'm telling you all this, chat, is because I want to play Lingo 2. And I want to play Lingo 2 with all of you. I think that is going to be a great time. It's black for reverse, or higher up. Yeah. This is... yes. So black at chest height, I would call it, is reversed. Can't wait. Excellent, excellent, excellent. I think this is going to be a great experience as a group. I think we're all going to have a lot of fun just trying to puzzle with the problems and negate from the ground. And I think that it's going to be so much more fun if I've got all of you to complain with and to work with and to do things like that. Need rules so people know the game and all that together. Yes. I'll put like a pinned message saying if you know the game, don't answer anything. Ice block. No. Wolf is lurking? No worries. Thanks for stopping by. I appreciate you. Uh, 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 root. Root. Do I remember these? Some of these I don't quite remember. This one is dread. Is not dread. It's shuffle yellow letters. We know that. Red? Yeah, there we go. Yellow is Angram. Bad? Yeah, that's a good guess. But it turns out it was not any of those. It was bread. Just arbitrarily. Okay, so this one's connected. So we can write bread and see that it is correct. So it's almost like the boxes being connected makes them share a meaning or share an answer in some way. This is another rule of the game that we learn, is that boxes which are stacked have the same answer. And boxes which are on like the same side of themselves, also the same answer. So why don't we try mixing up fine? It's 5 letters. Fine. There's also blade. It's a bit difficult to know what blue means at this point, but if we can work out this one, I reckon we can figure out what blue means. Knife? You got an extra letter there. 5 letters. Yeah. Remember, this is a block high up, high above. As a knife. Excellent. Excellent. So you can stick that one down here as well. Blade becomes knife. Bread becomes bread. Ice? Root? Hmm. Blue is associative. In a way. In a way. It'd be interesting to think of what the other colors we know of are. We know about white, which is you just type the thing in again. We know about black, which is where you reverse it, or you find the opposite. Water. Not quite. We know about yellow, which is to mix things up. Sometimes it's the letters. Sometimes, as here we have here, the sounds get mixed up. Fine becomes knife because we've shuffled the sounds around. Yeah, what about root? Do we know what things on the floor means? What have we solved on the floor? We solved order and chaos. Was on the floor? Again, it's 5 letters. Yes, 5 letters. I don't actually remember this one, so I'm trying to remember. Root. I don't remember. It's probably actually easy to do this from the blue side, now that I think about it. Basic. Does not like basic. We can think ice. So we know blue is... Well, do we know blue? Has anyone said what blue is? No, nobody said what blue is yet. Come on, Chad. I believe in you. You can figure out blue. Remember, red was to remove the letters. Black was to reverse them. White was to do it again. And yellow was to mix it up. What do you think blue is? Come on, we need to get this because the room right after this is really cool, but we can't do it until we solve these ones. It's icy something. Icy. So it's more. It's more. Becomes bread. Blade becomes knife. Ice becomes 5 letters. Price? No. No. Cubes or cubed? Doesn't like those. So spoilers, since I know the answers. It's more letters than ice. It's got ICE in it, and then 2 more letters. So, yeah, ice. Price would work. Spice. Hey, there we go. Hi, Lassie. Root mixed up becomes spice. Also, hello. We're just doing a little preview. And this has opened up the big smiley face on the roof. And there's 24 more of these. Nice. Spice. Spice is nice. Hi, everybody. So this is Lingo 1, and the reason why we're here is because I want to play Lingo 2. Yep, bonk. And I want to play Lingo 2 as a group, which means that I'm going to need all of your help in solving a whole bunch of puzzles as a group. There's no 3. There's 1 1, 2 2s, and presumably 3 3s, but it's not around here. Oh, you're in the swordship category? Oh, thank you for that. Thank you. Let me fix that real quick. We were changing. But Lingo 21. Oh my gosh, there's like 4 different games named Lingo. There we go. Yes, so I've beaten Lingo 1, or at least I reached an ending in Lingo 1. Which is cool. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. There's a lot of secrets. There's a lot of places to go. A lot of things to unlock. And the more you do, the more you unlock, the more places there are to go. And then sometimes you just reach a place like this, which takes you places which may or may not be where you started from. And then occasionally you reach this kaleidoscope room. This one's fun. Because it's testing us on everything we know up until this point, which is not a lot. I might give up completely on blueprints now. Got a new clue, didn't really get it, so I thought I'd Google it to get to assignment. Ooh, so convoluted. I have no idea how I'm supposed to deduce the things I read. Ooh. What is swordship? All right. I think we're sort of done with this one. No, what's this one? I don't remember. Light something? I don't know. Anyway, I'll keep talking. What is Swordship? Swordship is a little arcadey puzzle game that I was playing earlier. I say puzzle. It's more like an arcadey shooter, but you aren't a shooter. Look at the ceiling. Not so much help on this one, I'm afraid. Yes, but I'm just playing this as a little bit of a teaser because I really want to play Lingo 2 with all of you, and we're going to have a great time. A great time. But for now, since we're just about to tea break, we'll keep playing until tea break, and then I think what we're going to do is we're going to go and play Blueprints. I know I said we weren't going to play Blueprints, and it's the day where we play the other games, but I don't know, I just feel like I'm in a puzzle mood today, so that's what we're going to do. Now, what is the answer to this? I should know this. It's all the letters of hustling rearranged. N-I-G-H-T? Ah. Sunlight. Aha. Sunlight on a red block. is light. Then over here, I have light on a purple block. Dark? No. I don't remember purple, so you might be stuck here. What is purple? I don't think we can solve this one yet, because we haven't seen purple and I don't remember. Slight? Right number of letters, not the answer. What more of? It's not lights. Tricky, tricky, tricky. I'm unsure. I'm unsure. I think we have to put a pin in that one, unless anyone has any ideas. Because we don't know purple yet. So let's get back to blue room. Always work on blue. Blue's not too hard, right? Iris, ice, height, not. Just read father, feather, continent, ocean, wall. Bone. Eye again. Mouth. Iris. Iris is eye, right? Yeah. Eye at the top. So if it's a high block, it means sound. If it's blue, it means add. On the floor is an associated word. On the right track. Right? 1, 2, 3, 4, 6 letters. Higher up, it's the same word with added letters. So at head height, we're dealing with letters. So not becomes not. If it's above our head, something else is going on. Above our head is sounds, yes. So height, ice. There's more sounds than height. Slight. It's got to have an ice in it as well. Tricky, tricky. Right here, eye and mouth on the ground. Bone? Bone becomes skeleton. Nice. Jay got to the basement, didn't have the slice. Oh no! Ran out of steps, did you? Alright, chat. Pre-rolls are about to play in like 45 seconds. So, I think we're going to finish here. I can't actually remember what these ones are. But this is a teaser. Just a little teaser. And I hope you're all looking forward to what we're going to be doing later. What's larger than Father? No. A bird? Globe? World? Planet? There we go. And wall is going to be house, right? City? Don't know. Okay, we're in an ad break. Whatever. Didn't get the jackhammer and saw the green button. Didn't get it. Ah. Okay. Main menu. Exit. I hope that's saved. I don't actually know. Room. Room would have been perfect. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, this is a bit silly, but you know, whatever. Hi, Lassie and Goom, the only two people who seem to avoid all the ads. Hope you're well. I'll be back in a few minutes. Bye. Oops. Bye. Hi, I'm back. Hopefully that break was nice and short. By the way, I remembered what purple blocks do. You'll never believe what purple blocks do in Lingo. It's so obvious, chat. Why, purple blocks are red plus blue. You remove and you add something to the answer. Obviously, because purple is red plus blue. It just makes sense. Makes sense. Oh, yeah. I mean, it almost makes sense, right? Like, it kinda makes sense until you realize that they play very loose with the definition of less and more in that game. So if you find orange, no, orange blocks are not combined. What are you talking about? You fool, you silly person. Of course not. Hello, lazy blueberry panda. We played a little bit of Lingo as a bit of a teaser. So once I finish Blueprints, we are going to go to Lingo 2. You see over here? Lingo 2? Lingo 1 is a very esoteric puzzle game. For example, if you see a red block with some letters on it, then you take away some letters, and then you get your answer. So the slaughter, S-L-A-U-G-H-T-E-R, became laughter, L-A-U-G-H-T-E-R. Right? Is Lingo a PC game? It is. Ooh. Hell yeah, Matrix color, let's go. So, and then blue blocks are the opposite of that. You add a letter. And then you get a purple block, which is you remove a letter and you add a letter. Except, this is, I think, the defining feature of Lingo. It doesn't have to be just one letter. You can remove more than one letter on a red block, and you can add more than one letter on a blue block. Which means that, technically speaking, any word in the English language is the correct answer to a purple block. Because you can remove all the letters and add any amount of letters that you like. Which is, of course, not accepted as an answer on any of these blocks. But that's how it feels sometimes. It feels absolutely silly. I'm bad at word games. Dear. So the goal. I'm getting distracted. The goal is that once we finish Blueprints, or at least once we're done with Blueprints, we are going to play Lingo 2 over here as a group. Full open spoilers. If you've not played the game before, I want your help. We are going to be playing this as a community, trying to solve this horribly twisted puzzle game, and I think it's going to be so much fun. So much fun. I'm really looking forward to it. So if you're here for the Blueprints, please hang around afterwards, because I think it's going to be so much fun. Yes, please. Yes. Please be excited about it. Because, yeah, like I said, I think it's going to be so much fun. When we're done with Blueprints, which could be today, and it could be in like 3 months, I don't know. I'll try to let you know. I'll be here for both. You're delightful. Thank you so much. I'm going to link this one, since we're talking about long-term things. I have a Discord. I'll try and join in when I can. Smile. Excellent. So I've got a Discord. In the Discord, it's pretty empty. But there are... I post go live notifications, right? So when I'm going to go live, I post in the Discord. So if you like Discord for your notifications, you can join it and you can hang out there. There's also suggestions for stream and things like that, but like whatever. It's not really the main purpose of it. If you prefer to get your notifications by Twitch, obviously you hit the follow button. And if you prefer, if you're that one, I have one viewer, chat. I have one viewer who gets their notifications by email. And then they click the link in the email and they get sent here. Like, mad props to you, but I have no idea. I have no idea who you are. I just want you to know there's one of you. Only one. Might be the only email clicker for notifications that I've ever seen in my life. Good on you. Not to shame you or anything. Anyway, let's jump over here. We're going to play Blueprints. I've set the category up, right? Yes, I have. Blueprints is impossible now, I think. Oh, really? Oh, really? Is that a Twitch thing? Yeah, Twitch has a lot of analytics. I find I'm a stats person. I love looking at analytics, so I've browsed all of them. But yes, it does tell you where you get your clicks. You need to get more than a couple. Like, if you only have 2 or 3, it won't tell you. But once you have, like, 15 clicks, it starts telling you roughly where things come from. And the last thing I need is Creator for our notes. It depends on what comes up first in my notifications. I just can't believe somebody has email notifications turned on for Twitch.tv. You know? That just seems so out there. Okay, so chat, before we jump into Blueprints, there's going to be spoilers because we are after the first end of the game, and we are approaching what I would say is the second or third end of the game. We are not very far off. I think we only have a couple more things to do. So this is my journal. Let me grab the journal. Here we are. This is the journal. The journal is full of notes, and as you can see, I have a lot of notes. I have notes upon notes upon notes upon notes, including some things scribbled out, some things extra added. Magnifier, where we need to take the magnifier. Ah, there was one more of these. Where was it? No, not 420 pixels. There we go, 2 pixels, that's better. All the notes, all the notes. This is a 700 megabyte art document full of notes. I will lurk now. No worries, no worries. Thank you for being here. Hey, I'm so happy that you're all using my commands and things that I set up. Okay, so this is actually a big thing, right? So the freezer, we need to take our magnifier to, but actually we need to take the torch to get there. Activate my windows. No. Okay, we need to go to the library, that's fine. This is all our contraptions. Let's look at our to-do list. In fact, our new to-do list, because the old to-do list is basically done. We've done all these things. We're looking at the new to-do list. We need to know what to do today. So one of the big things we need to do is over here, the schoolhouse run. I just scribbled over it, but this one here is the schoolhouse run. We need to do this, get to class 7 or 8, or even 9, which is a bit tricky. So we've done the mechanarium. We did that one. Let me tick there. Key. Got a key out of it. There is still one more safe left to do as well. And I think we have one more. We might have 7 of them. I don't remember yet. We're trying to get to 50 stars. That's a long-term goal. Get more sigil info. That's going to happen with more stuff. There's also unlock rooms. Like, where's that one? Complete the Pokedex is over here. We need to complete the Pokedex. And I think there's only one room that we don't have, as far as I know. And that I don't have any clues or information on. So that's like the next big thing. Books. We need to order some books. That's going to take a few runs. This is kind of why I'm okay with doing this today. Is because a lot of what we need to do today is just cycle through runs. So that we can get the information we need out of these books. Out of these rooms. And out of the items, the item covers. There's a few things we need to do with items that we don't have yet. Now what's going on with chat? Chat saying it's impossible. I don't know my spoilers. Okay. I think I'm pretty confident we can get most of the way through the game. If there is a point in the game which is like hard locked and there's nothing left to do, I don't know that I would do it, right? Like if there's no hint to a way forwards, then I'm just not going to do it. I don't think that we need to go further. But as long as there's hints to follow, I'm going to keep following things. Okay. What are we doing? That remains smashed. Okay, interesting. Interesting. You don't reset today. Kind of a spoiler that the game's big. I mean, how big is big, right? I think it'll be a point where you give up too. When I read what I read, I just flipped the table. Why are they smashed? Oh, it's a mystery. I smashed them, and they don't reset, apparently. Then it's great here. I'm just going to do a little bit exploring, but mostly I'm just trying to put down a morning room so that I can then go outside. So my question for you, Lassie, is have you solved the puzzle that looked like the security room that you found in the underground, in the cave? Because that's why I smashed them. 6 gems, pretty good. What is in our package? Sleep mask, 2 gems. That's a pretty shallow package, but with a sleep mask, I'm pretty confident we can go as far as we want today. Like, sleep mask is a huge item. I want shrine, actually. I'd love to set up the shrine for tomorrow. So we'll take the money with us. Boing. Okay. Still haven't got anywhere near that. Can't seem to do anything in security. Might need the history admin password or something, but I have no clue where to get that. Are you okay with spoilers? If you've given up on the game, are you okay with me revealing what I know about the game now? Like, I don't want spoilers, obviously, but I can tell you about the things that I have learned. I've been holding off because I know that you're sort of playing alongside me. But I can tell you things if you want to know. We could try Digspot plus Kennel. We did say I wanted the shrine, though, so I think we've dropped the shrine. Just hope for the best. Cursed chest. 1, 2, 3. High roller. Each time you draft a shop, gain a dice. 5 extra money each time you roll a dice. That's fun. Hold off a bit more. I might go back into it. It's just got me down a bit. There's a bit that I would never in a million years figure out. Okay. It might be that whatever guide you're looking at hasn't found the clue that's meant to lead you there. Because in my experience, every single thing that I have done has had some lead up to it. And more than that, everything that we've tried to do has also had a solution, like an alternate solution. For example, the logic puzzles in the bottom of the lake, I just went and opened the right one because I already knew the answer because I had found the alternate clue already. So this is Blessing of the High Roller. 3G. We'll write this down here. High Roller gives us shops. Shops give dice. Dice give 5G. After I found that clue after so many keys were used. Yeah. I think, it's 3 days again, right? Yeah, 3 days. I think, well, so far, it seems like almost everything has multiple ways to get there. So if there is a single point of failure, I would be very surprised. Be very surprised if the game has a single point of failure. The guide told me what I need to do and why, and no one connects those loose dots. Huh. Eat from death, yep. Multiple ways to find things out. Yes. Some logic jumps. I'm really, really happy that I found one of the dates. So there's a clue somewhere that says you'll never find the dates if you just write down all the dates. Don't be silly. You're going to have to use my esoteric clues to find the red letters. Well, joke's on him. I correctly guessed one of the dates because I knew what days things were happening on, and I was able to get it. Well, isn't this fancy? Okay, we go lab. As cool as a T-piece is in this particular position, dropping a lab lets us run an experiment, which we need to do. And it lets us phone into security, which is really nice. So I'm going to do that. Yeah, continue experiment, drafting. If you draw a drawing room, do stuff. Small chest, the entrance. No. Trash digging. What if we go for an outer room? Shrine. Some puzzles the community hasn't solved yet, if they even are puzzles. Gosh. Gosh. Yeah. Right, sorry, to go back a sec. With the lockboxes in the bottom of the lake, I actually kind of like it. Like, there's a lot of times where I end a run, and I just have spare keys. And so if I didn't have the answer, I would have left the lake drained, and I would have just spent my spare keys every day at the bottom of the lake. And I think that would have been fun. And I feel a little bit cheated that I didn't get to do that, you know? While drafting, you draw a drawing room floor plan. I think that's the most likely. Trash while digging to gold is also nice. I don't want to put the archives down. We don't have a shovel, and I skipped on the... thingamajig. The dig spot, the cellar, the wine cellar. So, how about this? How about we're going to go with draw the drawing room, permanently add 1 gold to your allowance. It's a bit silly, but I think we can trigger that once or twice if I just remember not to draft the drawing room. I've set it to be more common, so there's a good chance we see it, we just don't put it down. Yeah. Also, Lassie, would you like a gentle hint for the clue that I think you're stuck on? Really gentle hint. Sure? Smiley face? Okay. What letter is written on that one? What letter is written on your clue? Okay, I'm going to remote into security today. Yes. I know there's a reason to remote into the shelter, into the bunker, especially now that we have the lab. But I'm more interested we getting the keys to work than unlocking everything. So security low, confirm, offline, unlock. Because now we don't have to draft security at all, which is just nice. Normally I put security down in like an awkward position because of the way it works. Now we just don't have to do that. We could secret passage into a red room. I have an A, but I can't see how that works. Okay. Have you looked at the screens? I think you should go to security. Yeah, I know which room it is. Okay, which room is it? Pick an observatory, because stars long term. Okay. That's death. We don't click death. Sale, apple, key. Library, if I remember correctly. I think you should go have another look. Okay, so we got sale, we got apples are delicious. This could be a great run. Nursery? Wait, how did we spend 15 steps already? 25 steps already? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. Chat, where's all my steps? Oh. Ugh, okay. Uncomfy. Alright, it's fine. We are looking for the cat in here. Because we had a cat on letter blocks. That was a clue that we found in the kennels. I thought this might be the only place where we find letters, is in the nursery, but I don't see any letters here at all. That's not interactable. So in that case, what are we gonna do? Nothing, basically. Nothing at all. Seals and stars. Is stars a symbol? There's no symbol with stars. There's purple. This is a purple room. Have you always been there? I feel like you have not always been there. Guess you have, and I just never noticed. Alright. Because there's different lighting in this room, it looks completely different to me, but I don't think that's anything. We'll continue. We will continue. Left turn. Secret passage hallway. Chapel. Chapel is just slightly worse than a hallway. I'll put it down. We might need it later. But instead of going through that, I'm going to go this. We are looking for ways to go. Yes. Okay, what you got for me? Breakfast nook. Parlor commissary. Breakfast nook is tempting. It is a dead end. We don't need parlor access. Commissary... Oh yeah, we always pick commissary, right? It's better than nook, even. Oh, we get a dice, because we drafted a shop. I forgot about that. That's excellent. And we get some hella good items. Yes, 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 yes. I will buy the Soul Shaker just because it's so cheap. Do we need gems? We've got 5. I'm going to buy 2 of them. We can always come back for gems. We got to remember that we can come back for gems. Okay. Also on the to-do list today, which we have kind of forgotten, I need to get to room 46 in half an hour. Like, I need to get there by 1:30 because there are clocks in... There are clocks way up in room 46 that have 1:30, and they're stuck at 1:30. And I would like to, you know, go there. Oh, hello. Take a few dollars. Do we want to spread money? I don't want to backtrack to most of this stuff, so I think we're not going to go for the money yet. Drawing room. Your allowance has been raised, so we don't pick the drawing room. Redraw. A right turn would be best. I think we have to pick the parlor. Parlor for pathfinding reasons. Okay. This. Get our gems. This is not an empty box. The gems are in the black box. The empty boxes are both true. That's fun. This is a fun one. Let's have a think. I think they're in the black box. Why do I think that? Let's assume blue is true. I'm playing some Blueprints for the first time in a while. I forgot how hard the billiard room had gotten. Yeah, I avoid that one, to be honest. It's so silly. I just like, whatever. I'm not going to do the billiards room. This is not an empty box. I feel like it's in the black box. Why do I feel like that? If it is in the black box, this is a lie. The gems are in the black box could be a truth. The empty boxes are both true. This could also be true. So that could both be true. That is a valid situation. But I don't think that is the only way. The empty boxes are both true. The other way that's true is if the gems are in the white box, then the blue one and the black one are true. But then the black one would have gems in it, so that's false. Just 3 statements on each box is just impossible. Yeah, yeah. They get pretty tricky, don't they? You got 2 keys though, don't you, Latsy? So I'm guessing you, in the long term, are going to solve more than I will. Empty boxes are both true. If the gems are in the blue box, what is the case? Then the blue box is saying that it itself is a lie, which means that those two cannot both be true. The gems are in the black box, and this is not an empty box, are not both true. So they could be in the white, and they could be in the black. I don't think that solves anything. I think it's in the black box. I can't quite put my finger on why I think it's in the black box. It's just like it is a valid solution. I didn't know how to prove that it's the only valid solution. So, like, I'm only 50% confident that we got it, and I'm happy about that. Well, well, well. 61 footsteps. We could go back to the chapel. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 to the chapel, plus onwards. I do not want to backtrack through Lost and Found. So if I put Lost and Found down, that's it. We're done. I never want to come back to these rooms. This is footsteps intensive, but what I'm going to do, because we have the sleeping mask, we have the nursery. If I draft bedrooms, we're in a really good spot. So I think I drop Lost and Found, and then we start backtracking. Can we see what we get? Hall pass and dice? That's terrible. I think that's hall pass and dice, and I'm not happy about that. That's really bad. Okay. What am I going to do is I'm going to spread money, and I'm going to go to the chapel. We're going to try and draft the empty closet. Okay. Spread gold in the estate. Spread down. My menu. I don't feel like running payroll because I don't know what it does. And you can only do it once a week. So maybe... Oh, hello. Take $4. Maybe we will find a reason to run payroll in the future. Your coins spawn here, right? I think the coins spawn there usually. Den, coins are on the table. Oh, we have the metal detector. Hell yeah. Okay, in that case, I'm happy to buy these gems because we have spread the gold now. Okay. Back to the entrance hall. No beeps, no beeps. Beeps in here. Stick my head over here. I don't really want to do these steps. There is money in there, though. Okay, we'll do it. And I don't see any money in the nursery, so we can save a couple of steps there. Nice. Now we go to the chapel. There may or may not be gold here. There it is. No extra gold? I'm just listening. Nothing. So we want to draft empty closet. It's just that easy, chat. It's just that easy. Oh, and a shovel? Oh, delightful. Key, money, shovel. Okay, okay. Pay our toll. Go out this way. Now we are just going straight to Lost and Found. Okay, we've got 3 dice. 3 dice means 3 rerolls. 3 rerolls means a better chance at money. We have running shoes and the sleeping mask, so we should be good on steps for the rest of the run. I do not want to lose the sledgehammer because knocking down a few walls is like the main goal. So sledgehammer and shovel, I want to keep. I don't care about the sleep mask, the salt. I don't really care about the sleep mask. I mean, I do, but we can do without it. Lost your running shoes. Damn. Okay, that is a bit of a bother. Okay, it's you at Mount Holly, and this is that one. We've solved that one. That's pink. Pink tortoise, I think that one is. We solved it. We get the hall pass, and we get the keys. What does hall pass do? You will not lose footsteps traveling between two adjacent hallways. Hallways drafted from hallway do not cost diamonds to draft. Ah. Okay. So we want some hallways today, chat. Hallways would be great. Keys would be nice. Hallways are good. There's a hallway. It's actually not very good, but it's okay. The trouble with this one is that it doesn't go anywhere. Can I smash you? Cannot smash you. Can I smash you? No. You? No. I know there's another smashable somewhere in the map. I just never found it. This is our last key, which makes me terrified. There's the drawing room, and this is bad. How are we going to play this one, chat? We could end today early. 12 gems tomorrow is really nice. We've increased our allowance by 2, which is fine. Extra $50 tomorrow is pretty good. We've done the shrine. We've increased our stars by 1. It feels kind of bad to reroll, but I also don't really like this particular run very much. What do you think? I'm thinking we just do over, right? I think we just do over. Also got the 50 stars one. Yeah, fine by me. So what happens if we don't? We have no lever. We have no... Like, I got 5 dice, right? So I could re-roll this several times looking for a hallway. If I can get a hallway, I can go straight to the foundation. And we've done our hallway into hallway with the hall pass thing. So that'll give us, what, +1? No, it's no footsteps. That's not even very good. Yeah, I don't like today. I'm just going to go with that. I don't like today. If I had the battery pack, if I had the stick, so I could make the power hammer or the jackhammer, I'd be interested. But without either of those things, I'm just not feeling it. Yeah. All right. We'll call it a day. Freeze our money. Have a look in here. Still need to bring our magnifying glass over here for that. But we have read that because we did defrost it. That was actually quite interesting. That's the one which tells you that you don't need to know all the dates. It says, please don't write down dates. You're just going to be writing down dates for no reason. Still, good to know. Do we have any end of day sections? No. So, no mail room is a little bit sad. How to defrost? One of the things I haven't done. I've done it twice. The first time I put the furnace down, and then when you walk in here, you see there's a temperature meter. If you have a furnace in your house, the temperature meter goes up slowly, and you can just wait, and it'll defrost things. That's the hint you get from the lab. The lab actually says, if you read the paperwork, it says you can defrost things in the freezer. But that doesn't affect anything in here. To defrost these things, you need a tool which sets things on fire. Then you can defrost those things. Alright, call it a day. That was actually one of the things I did very, very early, and I'm glad I did. Okay, meat rank 5, round steps, 4, cozy cottage. Just a pretty normal day, but honestly, getting the shrine up was reason enough for that day to exist. 7 continue. Thanks, never thought of that. Yeah. I didn't even think about melting it with the igniter thingy, because, well, partly I never had the igniter thingy, but also I was just trying to do furnace tricks the whole time. Very silly. Alright, I think we're going to do the same start we did yesterday. Well, I'll go left today. Try Nook left. It's that easy, chat. The funnest thing, but I had no idea for a chest freezer. Yeah. Ah, I see. Yes. And that makes sense to me. I'm going to put the den down. We have path this way. I'm going to turn around. Go straight. Corridor, whatever. Storm, whatever. Woodware. That sets up later. Fine. The pool. I don't think we need the pump room anymore. I've set things up the way I want. Sure. It is a T-piece, which is pretty good. There's a banana in there. Excellent. Okay, well, we are going to go with our $104. We're going to head out to the shrine. I'm looking for Sledgehammer. I think Sledgehammer is the best bet. Doing a school run is the next best option. Yeah, I think that's everything we need on our main list. Schoolhouse. Tomb. Oh. There's a bunch of stuff I need to do in the tomb. Tomb is also more rare. At least it is for me. As much as I want to do the tomb, so there's a lot of things I want to do in the tomb. It's really, really important. However, I have 13 gems today, so I think I'm going to go for the schoolhouse. Just because, yeah, it's very gem expensive, and we froze our gems yesterday, so it's going to take us a lot more chances to get this set up. Is there any reason to walk into the schoolhouse? I don't believe there is. There's never an item in here, right? Oh, there's a dig pile. And 1 coin. Delightful. Delightful. Single coin. That's not worth 2 footsteps. Like, ever. I mean, maybe it was at the beginning of the game. But we're not at the beginning of the game anymore. Okay. School run. So, in a school run, the main objective that we have is to preserve footsteps and gems so we can draft more schoolrooms. Anytime we see a drafting room, we're happy. We have none currently. The dice is also very nice, so I think we're going to go for the dice first. Because again, the more schoolrooms you have, the more schoolrooms you can get. And it's good to get your education, chat. I don't know if you've done that, but you should get an education if at all possible. I think my school run failed. No. I have to try again. There's a classroom. Library though. Okay, I think we pick every schoolroom, but the library I'm missing. I would like the library as well, because library counts for the purpose of drawing more schoolrooms. Take out apple. I'm gonna go right. Morning room, terrace storeroom. The amount that I want a West Wing Hall here is high. Morning room's pretty good though. Plus 2 gems and a right turn. Look, I'll be honest, I think we can play a bit risky. We have 5 redraws, including the classroom draws, so... Oh, the pool counts. Okay, yeah, we're gonna try. Classrooms, library. Oh. Oh, alright. Alright. I'll play your game. And a library book. Okay. Quick look. See? Garage, classroom again, study. While drafting, you may spend gems to redraw floor plans. Also very good. These are all really nice, chat. I hate this. I think we pick schoolroom because we have to pick every schoolroom we see. But if we run out of keys, this is the moment where we lost the game, okay? Grade 2. Right. But before we get there, it's time for a book. Fixed Stars, the Stargazer's Companion to Constellations by Richard Witt. Clara Espen. In 61. Yo. That's a hella old book. It was published in 1809, so I guess that makes sense. Alright, I have a book borrowing set somewhere. Pretty low down, right? No, pretty high up. Books. Did I move it? Sun Theory, Genie, Stabs, East Drive, Drawing Room, Safes and Letters, Shrines, Angels, Eyes, Foundations, Fuse Box, Codes, Tomb, Family, Book Borrowing. It is quite low down, I just missed it. Where do I want you to be? Not like that. Not like that. That one seems small and unimportant, so we're just going to put down there. Merge. And we have read the Fixed Stars. Okay. Now, I believe this is the same book as we found in the observatory, so I don't think this one is going to matter very much. But we'll have a look anyway. This book contains a complete starbase list of constellations, the observed effect and accompany the appearance of each one, depending on the number of stars that can be seen in the sky at any given day. Different constellations of various sizes may be visible, sometimes more than one on a single day. This book, a solid base for astronomy, will help you easily identify the constellations, impress your friends, and discover the joy of stargazing. North Star, +1 gold. Twins, trunks in the edge, sliced steps. Diamond, cross, we know all this. Thumbs up, all covers the key. Diamond major. Draxus the Dead, not clicked on. So you can better recognize it before you click on it. Sail, Boreas, Blossom. Okay. So unfortunately, this has given us no information, because this exact book is found elsewhere. So, frustratingly, we have no information from the library today. On the upside, I don't care. Because I need to check all the books anyway, and I have other things to do today. So it's annoying, but we'll manage. Okay, click. This is math. I don't care at all about math. Look at the colors. Now we've checked these, right? We checked all these, and there was nothing new. There was no secret information in this at all. I was really expecting when we found the extra bonus note that we would have some additional information. But we don't have any additional information about math. Classroom again. Bonus note. Yeah, in the locker room, there's a note with a math puzzle in it that's been torn up and scribbled on. But it's not different to these notes, and it doesn't seem to give us any new information. I know what to do with it. I genuinely cannot think that it could possibly have a use. It seems so bad. Maybe it has a use somewhere in like a room that I haven't seen yet, but I've seen a lot of rooms. There's not a lot of rooms left for me to see. And I don't see any place that I would put a code in that would be a maths code. So chat, we're looking at classroom number 3. Clicking this classroom number 3 is it makes this whole path a dead end. We have 2 more paths available to us and quite a lot of castle on the right side of the map. However, I'm tempted to hit redraw and try and get a classroom facing in the other direction. What do you think our chances are? I think it's quite low, actually. I'm going to do it anyway. I feel like playing risky. I want to go all the way. So this is not good enough. It's free redraws. Yeah, right? Security, chapel, closet. That's not good enough. Vault. Hallway, parlor. Now this is really tempting because the vault is another thing that we need to do. It's on our big to-do list to have a vault. But this is also a perfectly fine parlor location. This is also... like, parlor and hallway are the same, but if I put the parlor down, it's removed from the draft pool, making all future pulls better. And we might as well get the gems, right? With 2 redraws, I think I take it as an okay option, not a good option. Okay, parlor game, parlor game, parlor game. Okay. There are 2 false statements. Easy, true. A box with a false statement is empty. That's the most useless statement ever. This box is empty. Oh, this one's going to be fun, isn't it? So this must be false, right? We need location information in order to solve this puzzle. This one says the box is empty. This one says a box with false statement is empty. And this one says there are 2 false statements. So the only box that gives us any location information is the white box, saying a box with a false statement is empty. And the only way that's solvable is if this is false. Because it's a box with a false statement is empty. I'm going to say that if that's possible interpretations, a true box has the gems, could be valid, but it's not great because there might be 2 trues. A box with a false statement. So if there's 2 trues, then the false box could have the gems in it. This would have to be false. This would have to be the gems. This box is empty. Probably true, because if the box is lying to us, and this box is lying to us, that box would be the truth. So I think black, that works. No, because then it's 2 lies. So this box is a lie. The gems are in the blue box. The box with a false statement is empty. There would have to be another box, which is also a lie, with nothing in it. So if this is a lie, it becomes true. So that can't be true. So this would have to be a true box. So we have a lie, a truth, and there are 2 false statements. Cannot be solved because if it's true, there's only 1. And if it's false, it is one of the 2 boxes it is referring to. So we've reached a contradiction. Box with a false stem is empty. So that means you were wrong. You were wrong, right? Box with a false stem is empty. So if the gems are in this box, it's a contradiction. The box with a false stem is empty. So we know that both boxes are empty, which means this is true. Which means this is false, which cannot be true. Okay, so the gems cannot be in the blue box, which means this must necessarily be true. If it's true, there is no gems in the box. So a box with a false statement is empty. So one of these two gems has the box. And this one, the blue one, is true. There are two false statements. So if that's true, the white box is false, which means a box with a false statement is full, which is valid, which means they could be in the white box. What's the other option? If the black box is false, then there is only one false statement. One of these two gems has the box. Okay, shut. I am getting a little bit dizzy. It's hard to do it all in your head. There are two false statements. So let's assume that you are a lie. Black box is a lie. There are not two false statements. There is one false statement, which is itself, which means this must be true. A box with a false statement is empty, which means that that one's not there. So it's in the white box. Both ways around, it was the white box. Hey. My confidence is slipping, but we're getting there. Oh, okay. Last key, chat. Last key. We're in a bit of trouble now. Drawing Armory. Hell yeah. That's really, really good. That's really good. Shrine Trinket? Oh, because you're a shop. Yeah. Yes, mace. Okay. So we like the mace because the mace lets us get the two chests in the pool room. The two chests in the pool room is really nice because... Ooh. The two chests in the pool room is really nice because that means that we have more chances at keys, and we are short on keys today. So, do we want to axe something? Attic is tempting. We could make it a lot more common if it was free. We've axed the trophy room, which is hilarious, but we need to make it more common. We could axe the vault and make it more common. We could... I honestly don't know. Drafting studios, kind of whatever. Pools, kind of whatever. Securities, whatever. Lab is whatever. I think the passageway would be fine to axe. Like, just fine. I'd be less scared of it now. Foyer would be fun to axe. Foyer's a nice room. I would absolutely axe the cloister if I hadn't turned it red, but since we turned it red, there's no point. There's not much point in axing green rooms because the terraced exists. Axe the passageway, it's been good. Ooh, that's a vote of confidence. We've done the bookshop, so we don't need the bookshop ever. The showroom, it's like fine, but if we get there, it doesn't matter. Oh, ads. Okay. Red rooms don't cost gems. The clock tower does cost. Classroom costs. Classroom is tempting, actually. And the vestibule. Yo, if I axed the vestibule, I would be very happy. Because it's basically like the crossroads, but better. Mech room is free. Conservatory is whatever. Lost and Ferret is whatever. Retro is whatever. Exhibits whatever. Tunnels whatever. I kind of want to axe the passageway. We're going to hold off until ads are done, but I think I'm axing the passageway. You secret button? No, you just texture. Okay. Give me White's room. Chad, I'm scared. I'm so scared to skip a classroom again. But it limits us so much to do it. Don't think. Just commissary. Just commissary. It's fine. It's fine. Pretend that you know what you're doing. Still a lot of room left. Yeah, but doing a U-turn sounds disastrous. I get a commissary. Commissary lets us buy things, including, for instance, the sledgehammer, the running shoes, and gems. So, you know, I feel better now. I feel safe. I feel comfy. Are you a security door? A new normal door. Security door. Okay. Is it time to backtrack? I think it's time to backtrack. We do need to find the drafting studio at some point today. Alright, ad break. I shouldn't be doing anything too interesting. Let's go back to this one, this one, this one. What are you? You're the notebook. What do you need the drafting studio for? Good question. Ow. The drafting studio, I think, only has 2 rooms in it left, and one of them is a classroom. So if we manage to get the drafting studio, I would be guaranteed the classroom. And since we're doing a school run, that's probably a good idea. Ad breaks. Welcome back, everybody. We bailed out of the commissary. Commissary got us a sledgehammer. We found the foundation. I didn't progress because this is a security door, and I want to go this way. Yes, yes. So if we can get the drafting studio, that would be really nice because, as I said, it's gonna money. That's the worst. Dice is pretty good. If we get the drafting studio, we have another chance at a classroom. Another chance at a classroom means more classes. Kitchen. How are we doing for footsteps? We've got a lot. I think you need the extra. That's not very promising. I don't really want to draft 11 classrooms, but 2 footsteps. Sorry, smiley face. I'm going to drop a spare room here. We're going to go back. Drafting room, classroom. Alright. This is grade 3 elements. We don't care about elements at all. Take out apple. Got a weird dog with pink flowers. We don't care about this at all. Sure. It's fun. These are like highly dangerous, completely inert. Sure. Sure. I just don't understand why this room exists, chat. Why do we have the periodic table of the elements and stuff? Because it's in the science room. The only room where we use it is the science room. And if you take the magnifying glass to the science room, you can just read the answer off. Also, it's completely irrelevant because the answer is also given to you in a letter in the mailroom. So it's like doubly useless. Smiley face? For information, smiley face? It's so redundant. It's just so silly. Morning room? Observatory. Isn't the fun numbers a code? Probably. I don't know how many more chances we're going to get at the morning room. Observatory is, like, just way more valuable, though. But we picked the morning room. Like, I think the expected outcome... Oh, that's nice. The expected outcome of the morning room is... stuff. F was 9, U was 92, N, don't remember. Like 8. 9928 doesn't seem like anything that I know about. Corridor, hallway, redraw. The corridor is so limiting. I think we're redrawing, looking for a right turn, looking for any sort of bedroom, anything that's going to give us more items. We're looking for items right now. Classroom, perfect. Drawing room, also very good. Workshop. While it is very nice to have a workshop, I don't think we're doing a workshop run today, so we're going to skip it. Highly hazardous, but here we go, grade 4. We are now as far as we've ever gotten. Fun. Do we have any meaning in any of this? Not really, to be honest. I know what 90% of these symbols mean. We know all about Fen. Fen is the city. We know about the Royal Museum. That's where the heist happened. We don't know about the Colossus Arinda. Don't know what that's doing. It's got like a sash on it, so I'm thinking it's a Fen thing. We don't really know. Mount Holly, obviously, is the 3 triangles. Oris doing Oris things. That's the old capital. That is a mystery. That could be anything. We should be able to see that, actually. Because... you know, we're on the other side. We're over here. So we can't see that. Reddington's there. We're on the other side of Mount Holly from Reddington. So, yeah, there's no way we could see what this is. Oh, but I do have information. Because we know about the map. Angel Tower. Now that is interesting. That's very interesting. Ah. Angel Tower. So this... do an arrow on the school map. If ever we can escape the estate, there's a lot of things we could do. But I feel like the game's never going to let us escape the estate. That just seems so out of scope for the video game, you know? And yes, I'm fully saying that so you can clip me and then quote me later when it all becomes relevant. So you got that one wrong, that one's wrong, that one's wrong. This is all correct. All right. All good. Great Hall. Ooh. Shield the gym. Drop the Great Hall. No keys. No keys. That would ruin us. Glad I saw that. How do we feel about shielding the gym? No, you know what? We keep re-rolling, and we're looking for the weights room. I would shield the weights room. I would shield the archives. would take a right-handed classroom. I would take any crossroads. Right-handed classroom. But I have 11 more redraws, chat. I have 11 redraws. I can't, right? Oh, we're so greedy. Planetarium hallway. That's not bad. I can do better. Hallway in the other direction. Oh, you would. Security hallway sideways. Oh. Oh. Oh, it's so tempting, chat. I need the attic. I think we're so low on items, we just need the attic now. Also, I didn't spend the axe. I haven't used the tunnel yet? No, I haven't done the tunnel. I'm sure there's going to be some lore in the tunnel, but we haven't done it yet. I need to axe the hallway. The more I think about this, the more I want to do this. So I'm just going to do it and regret it later. Okay, now we have a very good passageway. And we have some, like, cool utility stuff later. But I think it's good. I think it's good. I think it's good. If I keep saying it, it'll become more true. Give me classroom. Observatory left is fine. 66 footsteps. I can spend this. Flowers boat key. Oh. Now, key is lovely. Do we have a shop? We do have a shop. What's in the shop? Just gems now? Give me classroom left. Locked door. Oh, mistake. Kitchen, hallway, pantry. How many red rooms we got? 0. Oh, I'm not doing the right things today, chat. Sorry to say, but this is not going the way I wanted it to. Porterhouse steak is showroom? Showroom. Any dead end. Give me attic. Do we have any items? We have nothing. This is not looking good, chat. This is actually looking really bad. We're just so short on items. Like, real items. I need keys. I need... So here's a fun question. Does the bunk room give me 2 opportunities for bedroom items? So bedrooms have an increased chance of items compared to blue rooms. So does the bunk room have twice the increased chance of items? If so, it's probably worth drawing just as a... just for more chance at items. Chance of observatory giving us a key is very low. I'm really frustrated the pool did not give us keys. That would have been a great save on this run. Might just be stuffed then. We'll gamble. We gotta gamble at some point. Might as well be now. Bananas. Just... you would. Thinking back, the couple of times we've found something in this room, it has been 2 of them. Like, if there's been a gem, there's been 2 gems. If there's been a pile of coins, there's been 2 piles of coins. So maybe it's not twice as likely, but it is twice as payoff. So we've had like 17 bananas today, so that's something. Sure. I just had a thought, chat. My thought is that fruit is color-coded. We have orange, we have yellow, and we have red, which are the colors of addition. So 555 could be add, subtract, multiply. Although multiply is pink. It'd be divide, so that's not going to make any sense. No, we can't make any math out of the shopping list. Well, worth trying. I'm pulling at straws, chat. I'm going absolutely mad. Chapel classroom. Breaker box. Do we have any way to remote into anything? No. So here's my thoughts here, chat. We can... Yeah, grade 5. Yeah, we can go to grade 5 and possibly get a locked door and end the run. We could go to utility closet because we might not see it again. We could shield the chapel. Or we could just put the chapel down. We have money. We don't care about money. It gives us more paths, more chances to find locked doors. I don't think we're ever going to find a key in the classroom. I hate this. I'm going to pick classroom. I think we might just end on today. Art class. Okay. Oh no, don't tell me. What on earth? These are all the pictures. That's fun. Classroom puzzle. I thought for a moment there was only going to be two. I thought for a moment there was only going to be two puzzles. We'd have to put this classroom 5 in every corner of the house to get every puzzle, but that's not the case. Okay. Stag, crowbar, plan. Plain bride. It was E T T T T E. Plan was L L T T E. Stag. I don't remember what the other stag was. No. Stage. E. E. Was it bar? Bar and pry and pray. A. So it's stag was E. E A L T T E. Is that anything? No. EALTTE is not anything. Was there another stag stage? Be deer? Crown clock? No. Crown crow. Boat bat. Stage sage. Clock lock. Okay, so this on the board is a puzzle. I don't understand what this one's all about. Didn't ask to find the differences on the board. Yeah, so I'm trying to solve this in several different ways, right? One way I'm trying to solve this is, do the 6 easels have a meaning? Like, if I read them as a word with their original clues in context, and the answer is probably not. Second is, can I read these ones on the board? And the answer is probably yes. And then, can I read whatever they're working on here? Draw 2 things that share all but one letter of their name. Fantastic job. Hey. Tooth 2. And again, like, surely you would have solved art before Clever. Robot root. Surely you would have solved the art before you solved classroom number 5. Classroom number 5 is so deep. Alright. Let me find my classroom notes. Classroom, see we are. Classroom 4 is geography. Classroom 5 is art. Also, hilariously, grade 5 art has the prompts from... Like, Herbert set this up like 3 months ago before he died, right? He only commissioned all this art very, very, very recently. I don't know why this would be an option ever. Okay. There we go. Brown crow is an N. Oat bat is an O. Stage sage is T, not. Clock lock is L. No, it's C. Plain pain is L. House hose. House. Houseu. This is going to be an E, not a clue. Stage stag. Yeah, E. It's not clue. So, I'm not sure what to do with that one, chat. It's telling me that it's not a clue. Telling me that the whiteboard is not the clue. Which does not inspire very much. So tooth 2 is wrong. Acorn corn. A, I guess. Why does that get you an A, but then robot root gets you a B? I think my boy Gregory got scammed. Not gonna lie. Okay. What about you? Are you anything? Could you be anything? I don't know. I'll write it down, but I don't think it is. Acorn robot. Yeah. Yeah. But which one of those is better? I think the acorn is terrible. So stag. Next to crowbar. Next to a flan car. And then over here we have plain bride. So is there anything to do with these 6 clues? Close up the stag before it bothers me too much. So is there anything that looks similar? Like, can I pair these up in any way? Can I go stag crowbar? Is that a word? Is that a thing? Horn hand? No. Deer tool? No. Deer. Drill, bar, hook, pry, grab. It could be a deer, it could be a stag, it could be a doe, it could be a reindeer. Not a clue. I don't see any relationship between these two things, chat. Not a one. These two. This has been dessert, it has been flan. It could be a pudding. On the other side, we have a car. It could be a drive. It could be... nothing. Nothing? I'm going with nothing. I don't think that's anything. Finally, Plain Bride. This one feels like it could be the most good. Plain Person? Flight. Bride. Animal. That's clearly a bride. Or a maiden? I feel like you voice all your thoughts is interesting. Let's just smile. I I hope that's a sincere smile, because that's the content you get around here. if you're being cheeky, I don't know how to take that. I don't see it, chat. I just don't see any relationship between these two things. Definitely sincere. Okay, thank you. Um, I need a Zen giggle. I think a Zen giggle that looks like a smile, but like I know that it's always positive. That would make me happy. So I don't think we got anything. Being real here, I think this is nothing. That this whole room is nothing. It's just like math class. It's not telling us what we need to know. It's just like science class. It's telling us answers to puzzles that I already have. You know, I've already solved art. I don't need a hint towards the solution of art. I think this is just here to prime you to think about the relationship between things if you haven't done that already. And honestly, grade 1, whatever grade 1 was kind of useful for that. But everything else has just been not so great. So we're out of keys, and we just need to keep going. And oh, would you look at that? We get it in 1. A classroom turning right. This is literally perfect. Okay. Dark history is penned by the victors in red. Red crown, red jewels, red Aries symbol. Black over red. Hell yeah. Okay. Again, I think we know all the information that we have in this, but it's still pretty good. Oh, next slide. Grade 6. You look like a constellation. History worksheet, multiple choice. Who was crowned who's the first crowned ruler of Fen Ares? It's Prince Leosin. In which city was Fen Ares named after a historical figure? Horus. How many sons did the fourth king of Orinda have? 3. 60 and 6? 258. What? Oh, sons. Okay, 2 sons, 1 daughter. That's a bit sexist of you, but sure. How long did the War of the Fifth last? 6 years, 12 years, 22 years, the entire era? I mean, that's a trick question because the entire era, of course. Which one did not ally with Fen Ares during the war? Ooh. Araj was neutral, so that's easy. What flag was forbidden to be flown at full staff after the war? The black flag. Okay. Nice. In fact, maybe that's not quite correct. We'll see. We shall see. We shall see. I think, again, we just have all of the information that we need about this. 67%, 4 out of 6. So wrong, wrong, 2 sons, 22 years. Arch Ares is wrong. Black flag. Oh, Prince Leosin died, didn't he? So the general was named the ruler. Okay. Interesting. This one is wrong. Oris is correct. 2 is correct. Entire is wrong. Arash is fine. So 2 wrongs. Yes. General Teskin, sure. Reddington, wrong. 16-6, wrong. 22 years, yes, yes, yes. Okay, so we know all the answers. Cool. I was correct in every single answer. I am the best. Cole Porsche. Richard R. Noah W. I don't think we know about any of these names. None of them are coming back again. We've seen a few people who've been completely scammed, but nobody's back again. Correct, wrong, wrong, correct. correct. Wrong. Okay. So the only new information I get out of this is that General Teskin was the crowned guy. I'm going to jump back to our notes, because we have a history book here. What I want is... Together with Prince Leosin, they formed a big army, 22 years. He died. Horus won with the realm. Black flags were flown for 5 years were burned. And then above that, today the realms inherited by the three stand united as allies, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, it doesn't tell us who the boss is. So I'm going to write on this page. I'm going to deface my book. General Teskin. Became king. Because that seems like important information. Let's have a look at the notes. This might be fun. Red versus black. Ooh, can I look at this? I cannot. Who do you side with, chat? The Reds or the Blacks? That came out wrong, but you know what I mean. The Red faction had legitimate complaints, is what I don't quite understand. The Black Flag faction were not... They were fine. They weren't bad. There's one that is your family side, right? Yeah, I know, like, our character, Simon P. Jones, is very clearly biased, right? He has his own agenda. But I don't quite know why. Like, when we read the history book, even the unabridged history book, it's quite sympathetic towards the Red faction. Like, Fen Ares, clearly it was like a nobles' revolt, right? The nobles were clearly taking power, but they had backing from the common people. They weren't wrong. The last king of the old faction of Arinda was terrible people. They broke the train tracks. Unlike I, personally, am morally opposed to anybody who destroys public transport. I think you must be evil if you're going to destroy public transport, but, yeah, I don't know. The blimp. The blimp is back. Why is the blimp back? Rindari statue, the blimp. Some very missized humans. Is that Mount Holly? I don't think that's Mount Holly. It might be. Is Reddington the capital? Is another question that I don't know the answer to. I don't think this gives us any information. Okay, sure. Now we're back to the start. Okay. This feels like it should give us information that we don't have, but I don't know. I guess it was only like 1 or 2 episodes ago that I really figured out that Arinda Ares and Fen Ares were the same place. So if I had have done the classrooms earlier, this would have been quite useful for other parts of the game. But where I'm currently standing, I don't know. I don't think so. Okay. Moving on. Done with class 6. Ah. Well, well, well. One second, chat. I'm just trying to delete my notes. I delete, I mean redo. Looking for schoolhouse. School. Where is school? I wish this was slightly more organized. I mean, it is organized. It just escapes my mind when it gets this late. History? Sure. Room 46? Sure. We don't need any of that. Puzzle box? No. I'm missing a puzzle box. I never copied the... Chat. I just saw a pun. Look, chat. Look. Oops. This is the Arinda Aries variation. This is the Fen Aries variation. This is the variation from the country of Very. It's awful. They got me, chat. They got me. Never have I been so got before in my life. Yeah, there's classrooms. I gotta take this away now. Classroom time. Grade 6 should probably be red, but I'm gonna draw it in black. Puns are my favorite part of the game. This is like the first one I've really found, so... Red defeat black, and we knew 22 years. What were the answers to the quiz? It's like, I could just go look. General. 2 sons. 22 years. Oris City? And then there's 2 more that I've forgotten the meaning of. Reddington, Oris, 22 years. 5th era, King. We'll look at it later. Okay, back to the game. What's our clue for today? Now, ooh, okay. Security gives us more outs to solve puzzles. Dining room will give us 10 footsteps. Don't really need that. Drawing room gives us more options, but critically, I want items. I still need keys. How do I get keys this late in the game? It's got to be security, right? Because there's a chance we draft the thingamajig. The electrical box out the corner. I don't like any of these. Then again, if I draft a... if I put the attic down, chat, if I put the attic down, which is the best bet that I have at a security pass, it's still not very likely to give us a security pass. So the most likely way that we can get through security is to put security down and look for a closet, an electrical box, which is not very likely. What are my key options? Keys in the middle of the house. We have billiards room. Billiards room would give us keys. Guaranteed. Music room would give us keys. Guaranteed. The locksmith gives us keys. Guaranteed. However, locksmith would lock us out of the run because we need the security pass. We do not need a key. This is a really weird choice. What I'm going to do is I'm going to redraw because we have 15 redraws. And I don't know when I'm going to stop because I think security is actually the best option we have here. But I kind of think we're done. Pump room, pantry, walk-in closet. There is a good chance that we get a key in the walk-in closet. There's a decent chance we get the security pass. Do we want to risk it? I don't know. Like, if I put the walk-in closet down, we're guaranteed that we must find the security pass or we're done today. Completely done. I don't think that's good enough. Gym, not good enough. Classroom again, utility closet. Courtyard is always left unlocked. That does let us continue. However, it's not sufficient. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This would be class 7. This would be class 7, which is really close to the end. But we also know that classrooms never give us security passes. I hate this, chat. I hate this a lot. Can classrooms have locked doors? If classrooms cannot have locked doors, there's a really good chance that I can re-roll for another classroom. Sometimes you get keys in the courtyard. We might get a lockbox in the courtyard. It's really rare, but we could. If we get a shovel in the courtyard, we have another dig. We have 1 dig in, or 2 in the foundation, at least. 1 in the courtyard, and 1 in something else. The outhouse, whatever the outhouse room was. The schoolhouse. You know, like, I hate this. I think there are generally no good options. We've snookered ourselves with no keys. If the pool had keys in it, if the pool lockboxes had keys in them, like they're meant to have, instead of money, which I have way too many of, if the commissary sold keys instead of gems because we froze our accounts, we'd be fine. If we had a shovel instead of the sledgehammer in the commissary, we could dig for keys. Like, I think we've just gotten incredibly unlucky. We've played all of our outs that I can think of. We've done everything we can. I just genuinely think we have gotten super unlucky with the keys. The only thing we didn't do was the garage. I could have put the garage here instead of the classroom. And if we did that, we would have 3 less gems and we wouldn't have the mace. But the mace was going to... Yeah, the commissary was the running shoes, the sledgehammer. I think we've made the right choices. Do you know the point of the classroom? Not a clue. It's a thing to do. It's on my to-do list. I think I dropped this classroom. It gives us a bunch of rerolls, right? So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This will be 7. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. This will be this class 7, grade 7. And there's a good chance we can get grade 8 because we get 11 rerolls after it. So if the door is not locked, this is a great choice. If the door is locked, we're in trouble. But I think that's my best bet. This is also a little bit of a hedge because need to be the end. Do you want to? I mean, no. I don't really want a spoiler. I don't know what happens if we graduate. But I feel like I should find that out, you know? That's fine. Yeah, I'm not taking spoilers except for one or two very silly things. Oh, hello. Doesn't make any sense. This has no variables in it, so it's just a number. Let's do 6 squared minus 6, so 6 times 6, so it's 5 times 6 is 30, squared is 900. This is just 900, that's not anything fancy. A squared b minus 3 squared. Why would you write that? That's non-linear. It doesn't make any sense either. A squared minus 2 all squared plus 9. So square root of 9 is 3, plus 2 is 5. A squared is 5. A is the square root of 5. So that doesn't help us either. Like, A is the square root of 5. 300. No, we can solve for B then. So A is the square root of 5. So A squared is 5. 5B minus 3 squared. There's no equals sign. There's no equals sign, so we can't solve it. Yeah, okay, never mind. Never mind, none of this matters. Perfect. Oh, I see. I see. All right. All right. I understand your game. I know what you're doing. Okay. Yeah, actually, I'm going to copy 2 instances of this, and I'm going to try and solve this myself. Go for a nice bright color. What's our favorite color, chat? I think it's blue. Because this one is struggling a bit on a few. But here's the thing, Lassie. I have a degree in mathematics, so I'm probably fine. I should hope so. It's 9 minus 5 is 4. 7 minus 5 squared is what? 7 minus 25? 7 minus 25. Okay, so 25 less 7 is 2 less 18, negative 18. I have Master in Science Engineering, so I should be okay too. Oh no, this might be incredibly difficult then, Jay. This is times, right? Pink is times? Multiplies pink, yeah. So that's squared. So 2 squared is 4, so 3 times 4 is 3 times 4, chat. I have a maths degree. $12. 2 squared times 1 squared. Well, 1 squared is always 1, so that doesn't matter. 2 squared is 4. But what does it mean if it's pink inside? I'm assuming that means that you do pink to this. I'm assuming that the color is the operator that sits here. So if we have a shape around a color, I'm assuming that we solve this and then we do the color operation afterwards. But that is not necessarily true. What does this do? We're going to go left to right because it's garbage. So it's 5 plus... No, it's 5 times 2 squared plus 5 and then square of 95. That's enormous. It's yellow again. Subtract. What the heck? That does not make any sense at all. Minus 95 squared. That's absurd. The game would expect us to be able to do that. Something must be wrong here. What about this side? What is this? Square root? Have you got to squaring in the billiard room? Yes. You have got to squaring in the billiard room, but it only seems to square the blue numbers. So square root of 16 could be 4. Square root of 12 is not a real number. 4 times 3. So it's the square root of 3. So that's 2 times square root of 3 equals times 2. So it's 4 root 3. Do we leave it as unsolved? Is that 4 diamond 3? That's like an option for leaving an unsolved thing, but we don't have that information yet. Okay. 5 minus... That's a minus. So that's actually incorrect. It'd be 2 root 3 minus 2, which is not real. Okay. There's more later on. It's a lot. It's a strange order of operations. Yeah, I think that's what we're going to figure out here. Because some of this... Like, this doesn't make sense to my maths brain. None of the maths that I've learned lets you follow these sorts of operations. What does water in a circle mean? Not sure. What does double water in a circle mean? What does that mean? Triple water, single water, minus, plus. They're the same number in each. So is the answer just going to be water, water, 59.6? Like, is it 59.6 wiggle, 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 wiggle? Because you just subtract the number of operations instead of the number inside. I need more information. This is 21 again. This is 21 again. So these two are going to tell us the relationship of doubling up the operators. Okay, that's good. I worked up with the answer to the kid. Yeah. We're going to do that in like 10 seconds. We're going to do that. But I wanted to see if I could solve it myself. Okay. Yeah. C, 9 out of 12. D plus. Remember, don't square till you're there. Huh. I don't like that. Okay. C, 8 out of 12. This is the best one, right? C plus 9 out of 12. Okay. There are 3 errors. This looks completely different to our answers. Nine, 4, minus 18. They say 4. How do we get 4 out of that? 7 minus 5 then squared. 2 squared is 4. Okay. I hate that, but I guess. Let's pen that in as a probable. 7 minus 5 squared. 3 times 2 squared. So 3 times 2 is 6. Squared is 36. That would make sense. Okay. 2 squared minus 1 squared. No, 2 squared times 1 squared. So 2 squared is 4 times 1 squared again, 16. Okay. I should do these in red so I know what the more correct answers are. So I suspect this is 9. Oh, why don't I just copy it on a new page? Yeah. Let's not do any of this. Yeah. Working. So 3 squared equals 9. Know your math, kids. This is not kid math, annoyingly. No, 3 squared minus 5 is 4. 7. Oops. 7 minus 5 squared equals 4 again. Yep. 3 times 2 squared equals... This is fake math. This is terrible math. I don't like this at all. This makes me fundamentally unhappy. Because I know how to do math, and I know why math looks like it does. This ain't it. 2 squared is 2 squared times 1 all squared equals 16. What on earth is this doing? Okay. 5 times 2 all squared plus 5 minus 95 all squared. So that is 10 squared 100 minus 90 equals... let's do this properly. If we're going to complain about doing it properly, we're going to do it properly. Squared. So that carries through to be 10 squared equals 100. Is that how this works? Yeah, it's just wrong. It's just wrong. It just seems terrible. It just seems terrible. Like, we did a class in maths where we pretended that orders of operations didn't exist, and you had to sort of rewrite all your equations. It is possible, it's technically possible for your order of operations to be left to right. And it is technically possible to have a system of mathematics that looks left to right, and it can do everything that your current system of mathematics does, and it's garbage, and there's a reason why we don't use it. It's the same reason why we have, you know, y dx notations, or dy dx notations, because these notations are very useful, so we choose to use them. You know? If you're going to throw away the use case, like, choosing left to right notation limits your ability to do maths. It makes your equations huge. Oh, ad break. Perfect time. I wanted to stop complaining about that. Okay. So, using our continued knowledge... Oh, excuse me. Let us just think for a little bit. I think this is square root. We can do the square roots while we're in ads. We don't care about that. Square root of 16 equals 4. Square root of 12 minus 2 equals... Well, there's no square root of 12. First it's ever. Any excuse to stop a terrible rant, you know? What is the square root of 12, chat? It doesn't make any sense. It's 2 root 3. Am I being silly? I'm pretty sure there's no square root of 12. So are you rounding? Is it not a square root? Why would it be 2? It's not square root? Let's That's what I'm thinking. So this is telling us -2, right? So what we actually want to do is to unravel this operation. Let me just take that away. So this, it's probably 4, question mark, but we don't know that. Let's look at this one. So f of 12 minus 2 equals 2. F of 12 equals 4. What function of 12 is 4? Could be divided by 3. Would that give us the same answer? Next question we need to know is what is wrong? Well, we're still in ads, but which of these is incorrect? I've only found one error on Zach's work, right? The only error we have found on Zach's work is number bottom left. Should be 100, he's written 10. So if that's one error, there are 2 errors in the right-hand side. So either the 16 is the error, or the 12 is the error, or some of the others are errors. So what about this? 30 minus 5 is 25. Do a square root. It's the reverse. Is it like 61? Why has he got 52 instead of 25? So 25, do your operation. If we assume this one is correct, then it is 25. The function of 25 is 52, which sort of implies a swap, right? We swapped them over. But if that's correct, what is this doing? Function... No, you swap this. So it would be 21 minus 2 equals 19. He's written 2. Doesn't make any sense. So it doesn't seem like it's a swap. We don't know what the error is. I need to look at the other pieces of information, but I'm just trying to get everything out of this one first, right? One of these rounding errors must be wrong, which means I think one of the other ones is wrong. So let's just have a quick look at these 3 at the bottom. 21 becomes 22. That's a rounding. 21.7 becomes 22. 20 flat. These round to 2 decimal places. 56 triple woggles minus 59 single woggle equals 40. So triple woggles would mean no, no, no. So we'd round to the nearest 100. So that'd be 100 minus 59. E.6 is 41.4. Single woggled means 41.0. And he's written 40 instead of 41. No, it's not 41.0. It's not 41. It is 40.4. So if we single wiggle it, we would get 40 flat. Correct. I think Zach has all 3 of these correct. If Zach has all 3 of these correct, I think Zach does not know what his inverted square roots is. So one of these 3 diamond shapes is correct. The other 2 is wrong, because we know Zach has this one in the bottom left corner. We know that he's got this one incorrect. So we know that he has one of these 3 correct. Okay. Let's go play the video game, chat. It's time for another shoot. Remember, don't square till you're there. 3 squared is 9. Easy. 3 squared is 9 minus 5 is 4. Correct. 44. Incorrect. Okay. Incorrect. So... three times 2 squared should be 16. He's written 12. Incorrect. Okay, I think you have everything else right, right? Surely not. You have 7 correct. How the hell do you get 7 correct? 1, 2. So 9 is correct. 4 is correct. 61 must be correct. 19 is correct. 52 is correct. That's 5. There's 2 more incorrect. 22 is correct. 20 is correct. Wow, okay, you got everything correct except the one you're errored in. Nice. Nice. So we are, in fact, actually correct when we say that diamond means swap. So this is 61. This is 21 minus 2 equals 19. And this is 25 inverted equals 52. Tick. That's swapping. Is that one? In what math is this useful? Computer science. Annoyingly, it is actually useful in computer science and cryptography. They use bit shifting to do things. In fact, like the way computers do multiplication. Do you know how they do multiplication? It's all bit shifting. They don't actually multiply anything. That's too difficult. You just punch the number to the left to halve it or double it or whatever. Because multiplication is hard and might be infinite. We just do addition. We do really, really, really wonky addition. Okay. So we found our maths answers. Let us go back to this one over here. Not that one. We're going to go down to this layer. Nice. We're going to do the answer sheet. I'm writing with the back of my pen. Of course, it doesn't work. So it is 9, 4, 36, 16, 100, 61, 19, 52, 22, 20, and whatever this one is, which we haven't quite worked out yet. They're prepping kids for computer science in this weird old ass, but I assume so. Oh, your major was in computer science. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Do you have the last one correct? I need to know this. I need to know this versus the cheat sheet. Okay. 9, 4, 4. Incorrect. How many do you have wrong? 2 incorrect. So 16 is incorrect. Or did I write that one down wrong? I think I wrote that one down wrong. No, that's correct. 36, yes. 16, yes. 100, yes. 61, yes. 19, yes. Minus 400, no. Damn. 20, 20, 40. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Okay. I don't know what human would ever be... Who would ever find this out? But okay. So, beep, whip equals square. Whoop equals flip. Wiggle equals round. Left to right. Be dumb. Cool. I hate it, but whatever. Honestly, whatever. Okay, what are you doing? 40, yes. So that's Zach. We know where Zach messed up. Yes. 10 and all of his diamonds. Except this one. Right? Oh. Do I feel accomplished about this? Now there's a question. The worst part is they have real maths, chat. I think this is the most offensive part of this to me, is they have very real maths right here. Right here. And they just don't use it. You should. Alright. Alright, alright, alright. Let's continue with this run. It's almost break time. Well, I mean, ads just ran for some. Why did ads run? I don't know. Anyway, I'm gonna keep going. It's locked. Well. Well. Well, heck. Alright. Um. Hmm. What a grumple bumple sort of a. What are we gonna do, chat? What are we gonna do? Hydrate and or stretch. Alright, let's do that. Ow. Oh. I really wish I had hand tracking, not gonna lie. Okay. Alright, it is technically my bedtime, but also I want to stay up and play more video game. Unfortunately, video games take a long time. I don't think we're going to get another run in today, because runs take between an hour and 2 hours, depending on how successful we are. So the only thing we would be doing today, like if we were to reroll, is just get as many tomorrow rooms as possible. Is there anything left to do today? I don't think there is. I don't want to check out Blackbridge. Do anything with the Morningstar? No. Can't you potentially get more customers? Doors are locked, unfortunately, Chris. This one's locked, and this one over here is a security door. So today's over. I'm just trying to think about if there's anything I can scrounge up. Yeah, right, key. Sleep is important, 4 p.m. here. Yeah, I really ought to go to bed. So, frustratingly, we are done. I did say if this run dies because of keys, it's because we didn't draft the garage on the left. But honestly, I don't think we would have made it this far if I had have. We don't even have a shovel, so I can't even dig for anything. We did have an option for security, but security plus the closet was very unlikely. As bad as it is, I think we played today as well as we could. I do think that we did a really good job today. We got up to classroom 7. I got to write that down because I missed that. What's this? This is this. Cool. Merge. Got to tidy this up a little bit. Yeah. Okay. Grade 7 is pretty good, I think. There's only one more official grade, and then there is however many grades is unofficial. Grade 9. Which seems unlikely. Yeah, so we're kind of done. I got to do a little bit of tidying up, so we are going to keep that. But I'm looking for raid targets, chat. I do have, I think, someone I wish to raid. If you have anyone that you think would be a great raid target, now is the time to suggest that. But yeah, no, overall, like, today, I think we just got stuffed. If either of these had have had keys in them, like we were expecting, it would have been great. Instead, we got money, which we didn't need. Didn't start for another hour? Oh. You do have targets. You can still suggest them. Because I keep going overtime by accident. If this wasn't a security door... I don't know. I feel like we should have done better than we did. So it goes. So it goes. Check out Blackbridge. See if our chip was recalled, was remembered. Looks like it is. Yes, we've got 2. Somewhere in the house there is a 3rd computer chip. But I do not know where it would be. People are saying that they know where it is and how to find it, and I don't. Which means that either you've noticed something that I haven't noticed, or I'm missing something. Would have suggested since she's just started on the first day. Ooh. That's pretty good for day 1, I gotta be real. Because getting Orchard means lighting up the dark room, which is not trivial. I mean, you can do that fairly easily, right? Extremely good day 1, yeah. Nothing to smash around here. No jackhammer to try anything fancy. Reach the antechamber is also kind of incredible. That took me a long time. A long time. And then on the day that we did, we went underground as well, so. What are you, by the way? You feel like you could be something. It's always this o'clock, which seems false. But also, I don't know why you would be. I also wish to, like, smash these walls in some way. I also wish to smash these pots in some way. No such luck, chat. No such luck. I am eternally disappointed the inside of the cloister was not what I thought it was. But cannot be helped. Wish there was a shovel permanently in the orchard. Ooh. I haven't had too much trouble with finding shovels. It's a bit weird, but on days when I get a lot of dirt piles, I tend to just have a shovel. I think it's been maybe one day that we sort of missed out. Like today we don't have a shovel, but we've only got like 3 dig spots, so I don't really care. On days when I've drafted the root cellar, again, I think there was one day when we had a root cellar and no shovel. I think it biases the spawns a little bit. It's the only thing that makes sense to me. Are you anything? I don't think so. You have any rest in me for tomorrow rooms? I don't think so. No. Alright. Within a timely manner. He's writing this down, like, even at the start, for whatever reason. Do we have to... Chat, do we have to get to class 9 quickly? Like, before 1:30? That would be garbage, if that's the case. Like, really bad. Oh. Whatevers. 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 Alright, I'm done. Now, if anyone knows how to edit YouTube videos, I would love to know, because I have to stick this up on the archives, but I want to cut the first third of the video out. And the only video editing software that I have ever used has been fan subbing software, which is the only free thing I found. And that involved, like, hacking timestamps in order to do my basic edits, and it was a nightmare, and I did not enjoy that at all. So, I really hope that there's a way to edit things built into YouTube and cut the first third of it off. Otherwise, I'm going to be miserable. I only used Aegis subs too. Oh, no. It's there's got to be a better way, right, Lassie? There's got to be a better way to do video editing. I'm sure there is. But I'm not going to pay for Adobe Premiere or whatever. That's way out of my budget. For now, at least. Alright, save the notes, close the notes, hit the thing. I do think I need to go to sleep tomorrow. What are we going to do tomorrow? I have not a clue, actually. Not a bloody clue. Sure, there are many free options if you just Google? Yeah, I hope so. The person that I thought I was going to raid just closed up shop and didn't go anywhere, so that doesn't work. What was your thing? It was SESSIS. Could raid an empty channel. That'd be fun. Doom the Dark Ages blueprints. What a spread. What an incredible spread. Okay. You know, I made a friend earlier, so I am going to send you over to this friend. OBS reconnection successful. Hello? Hi? Hello? Live. That was weird. So I had some weird computer issues this morning with the internet not working on my laptop and yes working on the computer. And I just opened up somebody's stream and my OBS is like disconnected, lost, connection dead, everything is gone, forbidden forever. Oh, you know what happened? Is I clicked on somebody as they were raiding somebody else, and it must have tried to double load something. Well, yeah, I don't know. Unfortunately, I can't raid my raid target because they have just raided out. Suffering. Alright. Well. This is awkward. How very, very awkward. Yeah, I don't know how to recover from this chat. I'm just gonna go. Bye. Farewell. According to OBS, I have 0 dropped frames because it's just reconnected again. This is the worst. Well, I feel bad, but so it goes, right? So it goes. Bye, everybody. Goodbye. I will be here definitely on Tuesday. Maybe tomorrow. Maybe not. Who knows? I can't afford to stay up late tomorrow because I have important medical things on Tuesday, Wednesday in the mornings. Tuesday, Thursday, sorry. Tuesday, Monday, Tuesday. It's late. Whatever. Who cares? I'm going. Goodbye. See ya. Laters. Thank you all for being here. It's been an absolute delight as always. I'm glad that I got to preview Lingo 2. Really, really glad that I got to show you all what we're in for. It's going to be a great time. It's going to be a great time. I'm going to say bye now. Bye. Bye, 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 bye. Goodbye. Farewell. Bye. See you later. Bye. Bye.